Hey, I'm Alex from Marc's Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you a loaded Quantum Stretto, so stay tuned. What we have here is the Quantum Stretto by Pride Mobility. Stretto in Italian means narrow, so this chair is more narrow than the bigger version called the Quantum Edge 3. We'll go over some of those measurements here in just a minute, but this particular unit here is going to have a 300-pound weight capacity. This one's going to have 15 miles of total drive distance on the unit. These higher end chairs have an odometer, so we are able to get the exact total drive distance on this unit. This one is going to have the 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, and electric legs. And in a minute, we'll go through those functions to show you exactly what those things do. This is going to go approximately about 6 miles an hour and have somewhere between that 12 to 15 mile drive range, depending on the user's weight, the terrain, and also the condition of their batteries. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the functions, and while I do that, I'll kind of state some things on the chair as well. So the first thing that we'll show you here was going to be the electric tilt. So electric tilt is when the whole back and bottom tilt back together, almost if you were in a seated position. But what this does is this takes pressure off your lower half. It applies that pressure to your back with gravity, and it allows the increase of blood flow to the lower half of your body, which could prevent or help alleviate some type of pressure source. So you see in this position here, you will have less weight right here on your body and more onto your back. And now while you are here as well, you also are able to elevate your legs. So if you do want to go through here, give me 1 second, the right button. You're able to elevate your legs as well from this position to be able to get your feet above your heart. So you will see here at what that is going to look like. So we are at that position now. This right here is going to be the full tilt with your legs fully extended out as well. And now these are adjustable based on some screws for the person's height. So if this is not the right size for you, we do want to mention that on all of these Quantum power chairs like this, we do sit on a measuring chart. We do get your measurements, and then we do fit this chair to your size before it arrives. So this can go from anybody up to 6'5", 300 pounds, somebody 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. We can make this same chair right here that as you see work for you. The next function I'm going to show you is going to be recline. Recline is pretty straightforward. That's just your back going back. And I'm going to keep the legs up so you can kind of see this lay flat position that you might be able to get into if this is something that you want to sleep in this, or even sometimes just lay back and relax for a short period of time, or just change position. Sometimes you can use tilt, you can use recline, you can use different stuff to just kind of get your body in a different position. But this is what your full recline with your electric legs would look like. Now, some of these chairs have a program where you can do 2 functions at once, such as the recline and the legs. So I am going to do both those right here through the joystick. Behind the joystick, what I was using earlier is called the I think it's called the access box. That is the function box back here, which is going to have your seat functions on here. And then what you can utilize that for is you can also look at some of these colors on here as well, because these colors are also going to go in line with this circle on the top of your joystick. If these colors light up green, it means you're in a safe driving position. If they go to red, it means you can no longer drive the chair. It's not in a safe driving position. Same with up here on the top of the screen, you're going to have a green circle when you're in a normal driving position, and it's going to be a red X when you are past that into a non-safe driving position, and the chair will not move. So we do get calls quite a bit from rehab centers in different places that the person's chair won't move. We ask them to look at that circle. It is red. We have them change the position. It goes to green, and then it drives. So that is a very common thing that we do here on this particular type of units that have these functions. Next thing I'm going to show you is going to be the electric seat lift. Once again, that is going to be pretty straightforward as well. That is going to be a straight elevation here of about 12 inches. So it is pretty quiet. Now what is also nice about these chairs is it does have the iLevel function, which means you are able to drive at a pretty fast speed. I still think it's about 4 miles an hour when the seat is all the way elevated. So you will see that here in a second. We are almost all the way at the top, and I'll kind of get you some measurements at the top. But this is what you're looking like. Like I said, you are able to still drive the chair from this position, and I will show that outside as well towards the end of this video. But go over some stuff on the base of the unit as well. Stretto is going to be a mid-wheel drive chair. There are two different versions of Strettos. This has the full-size tires. I think these are what they would call a 14-inch tire. They do make one that has about a 12.5-inch tire as well. It looks a little bit different. But then you're going to have your smaller caster wheels in the front and the back. Mid-wheel drive is going to be your best turning radius of chair. Now, where this Stretto would be useful for people is if they were a smaller set person, because your wheelbase is 22 inches or so. If you were to have a smaller 17-inch seat and a smaller back on here, well, yes, now you can keep your armrests and your wheelbase under that 22 inches. If you said, hey, I'm 200 pounds and I need a 20-inch seat, well, hey, now your armrests are going to be at 25 inches, so you might want to then consider looking at just like a regular Quantum Edge 3. But the Stretto is good for certain people that do want to get narrow. They do have narrow door frames, and they're not really large people. The overall length of the chairs are about pretty much the same, but there are a few differences on the width. So overall length from the tip of the foot plate to the back is going to be somewhere, depending on which size foot plate you go with, between 44 to 45 inches in length from the tip of the foot plate to the back of the back wheels. Now this unit here does have a sticker on it from the factory that does say this weighed 407 pounds. So a lot of the newer Quantums are coming with an actual sticker of the exact weight on them when they leave the factory, so that is useful information if you are trying to have anything to transport or carry this behind your vehicle. While speaking on that, we do sell carriers that do support this for the back of a vehicle called a Harmar AL580 HDX. Now the only difference is you would have to have a vehicle with a really strong tongue weight, about 550 pounds. So it's going to have to be either like a Yukon or a pickup truck or something like that to be able to accommodate the weight of this on the back of the vehicle with that pairing of that lift. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the seat back down. And while I'm doing, I'm going to show you some more functions. This one has a swing away joystick, which allows you to swing the joystick to the side of the arm. What that's going to do, that's going to allow you to pull up closer to a table, or it's going to help assist get in and out of the unit to not have any obstruction here at the end of the armrest. The unit also is going to come with headlights and taillights on the fender right here. They all have this little egg switch button, and they're always located in different spots on different chairs, so not all of them are going to be located here. I've seen them under the armrest, I've seen them back by the hip. Really, it's customizable to where the user can really get to the button. Does come with a headrest. Headrest is fully adjustable here with all different settings. You can really get this to really kind of fit your exact size and need. Down here at the base of the chair, you do have 4 tie-down points. You have one here, and then you have one here in the front, and then you have the same on the other side. So if you are using any type of public transportation, this would be a place where you would tie it down. So any type of Q-string straps would go right here on this particular unit. Right below that, you're going to have your motors with a yellow lever on them. That yellow lever is what's going to disengage your motor. So if you were to push this down, it's basically not going to drive the chair because it's not going to recognize the motor, but it does always need to be up in that locked position to be able to drive the chair. So this is pretty much the short review on the Quantum Edge Stretto. Now if you want to go ahead and follow me outside, I'm going to do a little driving demonstration so you can see what I look like sitting in this chair. This is the Quantum Stretto. This is a fast chair. This is going to go about that 6 miles an hour top end speed. Stretto, obviously, like I told you earlier, means narrow. You can see I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, and I'm fit comfortably in this size seating. I didn't really mention the seat size to you earlier because we did say I can fit this to pretty much anybody's size under 300 pounds. So if this is one you're looking for, you know, like I said, we do send a measuring chart and we will fit this to your particular size. If you are needing anything else on the unit, there are some other adaptations that we can do. But one thing I did not realize this one already has a retractable seat belt. That is kind of a request that some people ask for as well. Most time it's just a stationary seat belt. So it's a little bit nicer of an addition to have that type of seat belt on the unit. Once again, 6 miles an hour top end speed. I'm going to go ahead and raise the seat up now and then drive away with the seat elevated just so we can get a reference of how fast does it actually go when the seat is elevated. I believe it's about 3.5 to 4 miles an hour, but I'll be able to check that here in just a second. Very comfortable seating, very good suspension. Not the best chair for off-road in the sense of it's got small caster wheels on the front and the back. Those are typically what's going to dig in a softer surface and then create your drive tire to spin. But if you are looking for something for inside or outside on a hard compact surface, I think this would be a really good unit to consider. Now I'm going to go this way real quick and see how fast we can get it to. I'm getting about 3.7, so yeah, 4 is probably what it tops out at depending on your weight and the battery. that you have in the unit. But yeah, I'm getting 3.7 is what I topped out at a top end speed while the seat is elevated. But you can see it is very stable. It's not going to fall over on you. So if you're looking for a unit that has these particular functions, go ahead and take a look at the Stretto.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.